Somewhere deep in YouTube's archives, there's a hiding video of a man in a creepy suit. It seems to be a bit of a trend, like we saw in the video of the man in the bear suit and even the video of the man in the dog suit. But this one feels like the worst. This video is only 2 minutes long, but in that time, it makes almost anyone that watches it feel uneasy. The frame opens on a cheap camera staring towards a shower curtain, and a man sits in front of it. Well, I can only assume it's a man hiding in there. He's wrapped completely in a black garbage bag from the neck down, and his head is covered with a white cloth. Face completely obscured. The image is so low quality it looks like a corrupted VHS transfer, and you can barely make out any of the sounds. Dripping water, static, maybe it's just the microphone barely struggling to breathe. And the figure kind of twitches, small spasms at first. A shoulder movement, a head tilt, then full-on violent jerks. Makes it look like he's glitching in real life. Halfway through, he starts smearing something across his face. It might be food, some think it's spaghetti, others think it's vomit. Honestly, the pixels make it impossible to tell. Whatever it is, he smears it all over the cloth until it's spread all the way through. And near the end, he raises a handwritten sign upside down, and it says, "What are you thinking?" Then he puts it down, freezes, and his head just darts to the left and the video ends. And the video is called, "What Are You Thinking?" There's no tags, no description, just a faint message at the beginning that reads, "Creepypasta translation." And for more than a decade, that's all anyone's had to go off of. This is the story of the worst and weirdest man in the suit. The most cursed old school YouTube video ever made. Sit back, get cozy, like the video, subscribe, and let's get into this. The version most people know was uploaded in 2020, and the channel that uploaded it was a small, obscure, creepy channel simply called Scary Videos. The profile picture? A dark figure with an unhinged smile. Your friendly sleep paralysis demon. The banner? An infinite forest. Very creepy and liminal. The slender man is probably in there somewhere pooping behind a tree. The channel hosts dozens of random horror clips. No pattern, no style, no identity. Just fragments of nightmares stitched together. Buried among them is the 2-minute video of the man in the garbage suit. It's not even pinned, not featured, it's just there, hiding. And the comments, they tell a story of their own. People query whether it's a spaghetti fiend. Others are certain this man has acid reflux and he's throwing up. But most, like me, are just generally bewildered by what we're looking at, and no one can agree on what's happening. Some claim it's definitely just an edgy early 2000s art project, which, believe it or not, is actually more common than you think, and some people insist it's found footage. But what makes it really confusing is that nearly every second comment talks about Deucalion. You might be wondering who Deucalion is, because I was as well. It's a black metal band who famously used the man in the garbage suit as one of their album cover artworks. And I had to look through, to be honest with you, a lot of Deucalion's artworks and just general vibe is pretty dark and airy anyway. But Deucalion's use of the man in the garbage suit has kind of hijacked the modern media association. The song that uses the artwork, by the way, is called Hated by Life Itself, in case you wanted to look it up. But this still didn't explain the man in the garbage suit. And the deeper you look, the less sense it makes. The clip begins with a title card. Creepypasta translation. White text on black. It fades out and is replaced by straight VHS camera grain with him front and center. He's seated in front of what looks like a bathroom shower curtain. The lighting is sepia and sour, the kind that comes from a single weak bulb. And he doesn't speak, and he doesn't blink, and that's because his entire body is covered in plastic. However, his head is covered in a white cloth. Honestly, he kind of looks like a cheaply made voodoo doll. The eyes have 2 splotchy dark circles drawn, and the mouth is a single frowning line. For the first minute of the video, the only movement is small twitchy spasms, and he kind of looks like a hostage tied up in the garbage bag, the way his limbs and body jolt inside of it. The sound is muffled clicks, it could be plumbing for all I know. Then, without warning, he brings something to his face. His hands are cupped like he's bringing water to his mouth or something like that. The image is too degraded to actually identify exactly what it is, but let's just go with saucy spaghetti for now. Wet red sauce. He presses it into the cloth covering his mouth, and he rubs it in slowly. It stains as it seeps through the gauze, and for a moment it looks like he starts choking through it. His body convulses and then he just suddenly goes still. He finished his serving of spaghetti, and if that made you confused, this next part is gonna make you even more confused. He picks up a cardboard sign, and it's upside down. The writing is childlike, thick marker strokes. It says, "What are you thinking?" He lowers it and leans back a little bit and just stares into the camera, with his mouth smeared with sauce. Please God, tell me it's sauce. And I personally found this part the creepiest. His head snaps to the left, as if someone just called out his name. But there was no sound, and the video just ends. No jump scare, no credits, no explanation, just the question. The internet did what it always tries to do. It tried to explain this. Some people just think it's performance art, an intentionally shocking piece about consumer disgust, which would be a very, very abstract art piece. Others insist it's a literal cry for help, but one theory claims that it's the translation into video of a creepypasta, an attempt to turn written horror into video format, which might explain the phrase on the opening card, creepypasta translation. But the thing is, even with thousands of theories, no one can actually prove anything. The fear doesn't come from what happens, it comes from not knowing why. Not long after, I thought I might have come across a clue when I was going through the rest of Scary Video's channel. Another upload, titled simply, "Follow Me." The thumbnail showed a dark figure, face obscured by a mask. It looked too similar to be a coincidence. For a brief moment, I believed this was a sequel, maybe even a continuation of the same story. I can't even call that a story. Maybe the creepypasta translation video was part of an ARG, a hidden series of coded videos, connected through weird men in garbage bag suits. But when I actually watched Follow Me, the illusion cracked. Don't get me wrong, the video was creepy as hell. The sound is constantly shifting from ear to ear, creepy text appearing, and the weird hooded man from the thumbnail too. But this wasn't the same creator. It wasn't even the same mask, despite them looking similar. Just another creepy video in the dark depths of YouTube that I love to frequent. And it was coincidentally uploaded by the same chaotic channel, a digital dead end. The real answers came from an unexpected place, an obscure wiki dedicated to creepy videos like this. It's literally called Creepy Videos Wiki, according to the fragmented memories of a community that was haunted by the original version of this video. It was discovered that the original uploader of the video was a YouTuber called I'm Dazed, and obviously that original channel is gone now. Some people in the comments of the wiki even claim that they had the original links to the original videos from I'm Dazed's YouTube channel, but you're always met with the same thing with channels that have had all their videos removed. This screen right here. But more of a picture was being painted now. Someone even claimed they found the original thumbnail. Supposedly, it was a higher definition picture of the man in the garbage suit. It was a view not many people had seen before. And apparently the original title was What Are You Thinking.avi. And finally, it was actually uploaded in 2009, 11 years before the Scary Videos re-upload. The earliest version would have been slightly clearer to see, brighter lighting, sharper image, but otherwise identical. Same twitching, same sign, same question. And it's so frustrating because we don't know if the original uploader had any other videos. And those who remember the original upload claim it floated around YouTube for a few months before being removed, but not before it spread quietly through creepypasta forums. He was known as the creepy man in a garbage suit. Every re-upload degraded it further, until all that was left was the blurry 2020 version we see today. By now, the video's original context is long gone. All that survives is memory. And the memories agree that even back then when it was uploaded, no one knew the real context. Some swear the original upload had different sound, a low hum that made their speakers buzz. Others say the man moved slower, or that the "What are you thinking" sign appeared at the beginning. And that's the problem. Each recollection changes the story, turning the clip into a living ghost, constantly rewritten through collective fear. You see, that's the strange thing about old internet horror. When enough time passes, the gaps between become the story. Maybe that's why the title card says creepypasta translation. Maybe it was the point, an experiment to show what creepypasta feels like in video format. Disjointed, low-res, uncomfortable, too human to be fake, too weird to be real. That's why 15 years later people still search for it, because it doesn't explain itself, he just stares back at you. Maybe the sign, "What are you thinking?" is just taunting us. Or maybe, after all of these years, it's the only honest part of the video, because that's what we're all doing, thinking about it. Rewatching, reposting, reinterpreting, keeping him alive through attention alone. And that is all for the man in the garbage suit. I have to say, this one really got me because I tried so hard to find meaning behind it, and it feels like that might be the whole thing about the video. There is no meaning. But nonetheless, I love diving into this creepy stuff so much. As always, like the video, subscribe, and comment below what series you want to see me cover next. Here is another video you can watch in the meantime. But until next time, goodbye everybody, love you all.